I'm Nancy, and with me
is Brooke.
And Brooke, what program do you come from when in school?
CDC
Alternative High School,
Yeah,
right?
high school.
And we also are partnering with UW Extension, Wisconsin Nutrition Education Program, and Community TV to bring you this program. So what are we making today, Brooke?
Sweet and sour chicken.
All right, and what ingredients will it take to make this?
1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 pound of chicken breast cut into bite-sized pieces, 1 12-ounce bag of frozen stir-fry vegetables, 1 8-ounce can of pineapple tidbits, drained juice. Sauce is 1/4 cup brown sugar, 1 tablespoon brown ginger or ground ginger.
1 teaspoon, right?
Teaspoon, my bad. 1/4 cup vinegar, 2 tablespoons cornstarch, and 3 tablespoons soy sauce.
Yep, if we put a whole tablespoon of ginger, it might be a little bit spicy. So we're going to go with a teaspoon today.
And cooked brown rice.
Cooked brown rice. So to start with the rice, we are going to use a brown rice. And why are we using brown and not white? It's healthier, has more fiber, just a lot better for our body. It is a whole grain, and we need to eat half our grains whole in our diet. And we also are going to use instant rice. Why do we want to use instant?
It's faster.
It's faster, and we are hungry. So we've got that going in the microwave, and we are going to have it all ready by the end.
I'm doing the chicken, cutting it up.
So why are we using chicken breast today for this recipe?
It's healthier.
It's healthier. How healthier than what?
Dark chicken.
Than dark meat. And chicken is a little bit healthier than a lot of like red meats, right? Because it has less saturated fat. And these pieces are a little too big. We want them bite-sized. Is bite-sized different for adults than it is for children?
Yes.
Why? I mean, help me understand how small we should have it if we're doing this with children.
Have it big enough so that way they can swallow it.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going to I'm going to just reach over and turn the burner on for Brooke because her hands are kind of gooey right now. We're going to start with this on high because with electric heat, it takes a while to get it hot, right? And we want the pan to be hot when we're putting the chicken in. It will cook faster and it will brown better if we do that. And she's doing this on a nice clean cutting board that doesn't have many scratches in it because there could be bacteria that could be stored in those scratches, and that is not good. So, and how are we going to clean this when we get done, Brooke?
Rinse it off before you put it in the dishwasher.
Rinse it off really well, put it in the dishwasher. So if we can get the dishwasher, it's a lot hotter than we do it in the sink. If you don't have a dishwasher, that's okay. Wash it with plenty of soap after you've washed the silverware and the glassware. So Brooke's going to put that in. She's got all the pieces cut up. And she's going to need to wash her hands. So while she does that, I'm going to put the oil in the pan. So she'll wash her hands. Anytime you work with raw meat, you need to make sure that you are washing your hands. I'm going to put a tiny bit of oil in the pan. Now we have a non-stick pan here, so it doesn't take very much oil to keep that chicken from sticking. And we've got it hot, so it's less likely to stick as well. I'm going to just move the pan around so it all goes in better. And then I'm going to put that chicken in. Oh, Brooke is taking her 20 seconds to wash her hands, which we know is a great plan. And then when you get done with this cutting board and knife, you want to get it away from any other food preparation. So we don't have raw food getting into raw juices getting into our cooked food. So I'm going to get this and put it in the sink. Now, while Brooke cooks this chicken and gets it cooked through, I'm going to make the sauce. So for the sauce today, we first need 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So usually with brown sugar, we pack that. If you don't like it very sweet, then you can put a little bit less in. But I'm going to take that 1/4 cup and get it into my bowl. And the next thing I'm going to need is that teaspoon of ginger. Ginger adds that kind of Asian flavor to our product that just is really good. It does not take very much of it. So we have our 4th teaspoon or 1 teaspoon of ground ginger here. And then we are going to add 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. Now, the kind of vinegar that you use, this is apple cider vinegar. You can use other vinegars. Balsamic vinegar is going to be a little bit stronger. A rice vinegar, if you're not a vinegar eater, try rice vinegar. This is what gives it our sour taste. So we got sweet and sour. The sweet being the brown sugar and the sour being the vinegar. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And why do we add cornstarch to this, Brooke?
So it thickens it?
It thickens it. So if I don't have any cornstarch at home, what could I use instead?
Flour.
Flour. Use flour. And if I'm going to use that, I have to use twice as much. So this calls for 2 tablespoons. I would have to add 4 tablespoons or 1/4 of a cup in order for it to thicken up the same amount. So I'm adding that. Then I need to add 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now, soy sauce is salty.
Oh, yeah.
And we know that we're not supposed to get too much salt in our diet, right? So light soy sauce is a good idea. That's less salty. So I'm going to add my 3 tablespoons. This is a nice container. It makes it easy for me to pour it into the bowl. So I put in my 3 tablespoons. And I'm going to stir that up. Now, the main thing when you are putting these ingredients together, that cornstarch wants to lump up on you, and having everything at room temperature or cold makes it a lot better than if you have anything hot. So if you're making a sauce for a stir fry and it calls for water in the product, make sure you use cold water instead of hot water. Otherwise, you're going to have more problems with it lumping. And as this sets, you will find that the sugar sometimes will settle back in the bottom of the bowl, and also the cornstarch will settle down to the bottom of the bowl. So make sure that before you put it in, after you get all the vegetables and the meat cooked, that you re-stir it. Now, if Brooke was doing this all by herself, she might want to make that sauce ahead of time, and so that she's not trying to cook the chicken and do the sauce all at the same time. And the chicken, how is it doing?
It looks almost done.
It looks almost done. You wanted a little bit of brown to it, and then what are we adding next?
Vegetables.
Those vegetables. Oh, yummy, my favorite part. Which vegetable in there do you like the best?
Broccoli.
The broccoli. So this is a simple Asian stir-fry mix. You can use whatever you would like for vegetables. But what I like about this is, especially when you don't have a lot of time, you're coming back from school or a hard day at work, you can have that all cut up. You don't have to buy all these vegetables separate, right? And so the other thing in our product that we needed was some pineapple tidbits. And we have 8 ounces here. You can buy a larger can and just use half of it, but we have exactly the amount we need. And we do not need the juice for this recipe. So we're going to squeeze that out into a glass. And after we get done cooking, we're going to drink that, because that juice is 100% juice. It would be just like pineapple juice that you might buy in a container at a grocery store. So we don't really need to put that down the drain. There's lots of good vitamin what in here?
C.
Vitamin C, that's right. So when the vegetables are done, and Brooke is going to put the pineapple into our recipe. Again, this adds the sweetness, right, to our recipe.
Not too sweet.
Not too sweet. And we want it sweet and sour, and the sourness is from the vinegar that we added. So as those finish, what might we have with this?
You could have a little bit more fruit.
Okay. We don't really have a serving of fruit here, so that'd be a great idea. And then we're going to have the brown rice. And what might we drink with it? So we'll have all our food groups.
Milk.
Milk, a glass of milk. So very simple, and it didn't take us long to put this together. So if you buy chicken breast, it's a lot faster than if you were going to try to have chicken with bone in it, right? I'm having trouble getting that out. Chicken with bone in it, and then having to cut it off. So we're trying to make it really simple and still pretty low cost. Chicken breast is pretty low cost to buy, isn't it? Especially if you watch for sales.
Oh, yeah.
So how are those vegetables doing? Are they almost done, do you think?
Ooh.
Looks like it's cooking pretty
Just
fast.
about.
And as soon as it looks pretty good. Should we add the pineapple, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
It smells good
Put
too.
that pineapple in. And I'm going to grab my spoon because it doesn't all want to come out of there. Now, if you like it a little sweeter, you could add a little bit more pineapple, right?
Or you could add the juice.
Or you could add the juice in the sauce. That's another good way. Then I'm going to stir that sauce again because I want all these ingredients that have settled in the bottom to, again, get mixed in. And are we ready? Is it okay if I add that sauce? Okay, so we're going to add the sauce in. I want my temperature high when I add the sauce. Why, Brooke?
So the cornstarch can do its job?
Right, it needs to thicken. And in order to thicken, it has to come to a boil. So if you're wondering why your sauce isn't thickening up, just turn that heat up and it will do its job. And it won't take very long at all, and that sauce will get thick. That's quite a bit of cornstarch there, a couple tablespoons, right? So it won't take very long for it to happen. Well, it's getting thick now.
Oh, yeah.
And our ingredients are almost ready. Oops, we had an accident. That happens. So we'll take care of that. All right. And we'll meet you at the table.
Yeah. Our meal is complete. It is healthy, inexpensive, and it smells great.
This program was recorded and presented by Chippewa Valley Community Television. Chippewa Valley Community Television is made possible by continuing community support. If you'd like to volunteer or make a donation, you can contact us by calling 715-839-5067 or on the web at www.cvctv.org.